On May 23rd, 2024, GameStop experienced a notable event that sent ripples through the stock market and social media. What's today? Today is the 23rd. This was released yesterday. So are the news outlets predicting the future all of a sudden? Or is this exactly like we thought, where the market is rigged and the higher ups know what's coming? On top of that, they're practically begging us to sell GameStop. Investor Place posting, GameStop stock analysis. Let's not do a 2021 again, please. Today we have a lot of stuff to cover with AMC and GameStop, and before I get into the crazy ass data that I'm seeing in the options chain and what I'm seeing in the charts, we got to cover a few other things first in the video that we called out correctly, and I'm going to give you a sense on direction as to where they're going to go next. So without further ado, guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn post notifications on, and comment HODL down below. Let's bring this thing back. Okay, first off, the SPY, the S&P 500, we tested the very top of the RSI right at the 70 and got rejected twice, and my indicator was spotting a somewhat pullback, potentially all the way down to 524.40. Now this could still happen, but it did show us we are going to see a red candle or two, and we are seeing a red candle on the SPY. If everything played out like this, 524.40, then scale back up to about just under 540 before coming back down, building a base at 530 and ripping higher up to 55 to 5600 on the SPY. What else was called out correct? Nvidia. We said, hey, Nvidia is going to come up here, it's going to stay in this zone, potentially come down to 928.20, scale higher. What happened? Exactly that to a T. Nvidia had earnings last night. They beat on earnings, but they also announced a 10-to-1 stock split, which is crazy good for the company. Now, their guidance going forward, they expect numbers to be a little bit not as great for the future further down the road. But beyond the fact of that, Nvidia, in my opinion, was going to come up and potentially get rejected at 1058, which is one of the levels that we had drawn out, and it's fighting around that level right now. I still think Nvidia is going to break higher and come up to 1100 and potentially between 1300. I think if the SPY does hit 5600, then Nvidia has a shot at hitting 1300, but those are the absolute tops. Tesla also called out correctly. We said this inverse head and shoulders is looking beautiful, and on the week we opened above about 175.50. Beautiful thing to see. We did get out of our Tesla calls with almost a 100% gain, but now Tesla has been going red. And really quick, Tesla has just removed its long-term car sale targets from its largest impact report. They previously stated it aimed on selling 20 million cars a year by 2030, and my indicator is now showing that we may see some bearishness going forward. Now this does not have to happen, but I just want to let you know that if this is the case and Tesla ends up closing the week under 175, I'm going to follow my indicator and ride Tesla potentially lower. So we want to see where today and tomorrow ends up closing on Tesla, because it's going to be crucial on where the stock chart is going to go moving forward. Last but not least, before we get into AMC as well as GameStop, Bitcoin. Bitcoin is getting a red candle breaking above support at 69,000. Indicator also called this out. A potential retrace down to 64,200 is about to happen on Bitcoin. Now this does not have to happen, and it also shows a complete rebound right up back up to 70 before building a base around 67 and essentially breaking the all-time high at around 73. Now, Ethereum ETF approval likely today. This is something I wanted to talk about. This, in my opinion, is a buy the rumor, sell the news type of deal. ETH has been running upon the rumor of an Ethereum ETF approval being approved. Once it is approved, there is going to be profit taking. This is just my analysis. Nothing I say is financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence. If you want any of those chart setups that my indicator has given, this is it. It's pattern detection. It gives you a pattern and then it gives you a forecast as to what might happen. This is my charting pattern that I have used since day one, and I am pretty good, I'd like to say, with cycles and things along the lines of that, and this will help you. Very top link under the video in the description, and it'll also be pinned in the top of comments as the top link as well. Finally, a little sprinkle on top. Citi fined 79 million for trading errors. What's new? Banks are doing a bunch of scummy stuff and regulators are slapping them on the wrist. Okay, we saw a decrease in short interest according to Ortex on AMC again at 12.46%. Is short interest decreasing? Not really. If we come in, we take a look at short volume, we saw a massive rise in short volume on the 13th, 14th, and 15th when they were trying to bring AMC and GameStop back down. And then it's still high around 50 million. Now, if we take a look, the usual short volume, which is still high for any given ticker, is usually around 10,000. or 10 million, I mean. So we are about still 5x, even though AMC is having hammer candles. GameStop, same thing. Over 100,000 for a few days. I'm sorry, over 100 million for a few days. Now sitting around 30 million. Usually 1 to 5 million at most. So we are sitting at a 5-6x multiple. Now, let's see what happens with AMC when the May monthly candle closes next Friday. Noting that monthly MACD divergence, which was almost 2.5 years in the making, is flipping green. If you take a look at the MACD divergence on the monthly, this is huge. First time flipping green since over 2.5 years, with over 2.126 billion shares traded in May so far. And this could be the turnaround for AMC. Also, AMC currently has over 7 billion cash stacked in the option chain for the week expiring the 24th, so this week. 7 billion in 1 week on one option chain, and calls are also dominating the puts. This is bullish whether a run happens, whether they roll them. Either way, tons of money are being bet on AMC as well as GameStop. You can see that right here. GameStop open interest update for the $20 calls expiring 6/21. Open interest grew 65,000 and now stands at 100,000. Was 14,000 on Monday. 46.5 million in total premium yesterday. The price came down from last week, and this trader has been loading. Whales are loading the boat on the option chain for GameStop, and this is something that is notable to see going forward. And we also know that $100 and 125 strikes have been being bought on GameStop as well. Looking at the option chain so far for the week, we are still winning about 4x on the option chain for AMC. Short exempts still pretty high. GameStop, however, losing on the option chain. A lot of premium going to market makers for the week. Short exempts dying down a little bit, but that will bring us into the volume. Volume is fading on GameStop and AMC. However, we're not getting large moves, which means volume exhaustion is going to show a reversal and another move to the upside, in my opinion. Now, if we take a look at the weekly time frame at GameStop, it has tested the 70 on the RSI, very top, right, on the weekly time frame. The only time it has done this is back here, 2021 squeeze, where we came down afterwards and we rebounded and bounced once again. Actually, a couple times, right? It tested it prior in October of 2020 and then ended up squeezing the 500, which after the split now won something. And then the very last time was all the way back here in 2013, where it also had a second leg up. You can't make this up. This is exactly how GameStop trades. And in my opinion, there's a strong chance GameStop has another leg up. And I've loaded up on calls. Some friends have loaded up on calls. Some family in Discord have loaded up on calls. And this is where we stand. AMC building a beautiful base here, getting a hammer candle, holding up strong. Volume is fading day in and day out. And once it explodes, volume explodes, I see a move higher. $6.30, $9. $12, $20. Those are the targets on AMC. Overall, guys, that is what I got for you for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed watching or found value out of the video. Make sure to like the video to get this video out to more AMC and GameStop shareholders. Let me know if you have made money on any of these callouts that I've called out over the past few weeks. That is it. I love you all. Lottery Socks out. Oh, guys, one more thing. I'm in the Discord on the daily, so if you want to come talk with me, and if you want to see my trades as soon as I take them, get in the Discord. It's right here. It's the third link under the video. We also have options trading alerts in there. We talk stocks and crypto all day long. Best vibes. There are no bad questions. And if you want up to 10 free fractional shares of the Magnificent 7, Google, Apple, Amazon, Meta, Nvidia, Microsoft, and Tesla, use my link, open a Moomoo account. It's a free broker where you get level 2 order book data for free, access to trading options, going long, going short, and more as a retail trader. Open an account with them and make a deposit of even $1 to start earning free stocks. You can do whatever you want with those. That is it. Peace.